Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of help, I hope, on 8.1, worksheet 8.1, number 4D. All right, it says, so if James works half his normal hours one week and 3 times his normal hours the next week for a total of 35 hours, then how many hours does he normally work? Okay, so we know how many hours total. So the total is generally going to be after your equal sign if we set it up this way. So we know he worked a total of 35 hours. We know that he worked half his normal hours one week and then 3 times his normal hours then the next week. So what we don't know is how many hours he works in a week. How many normal hours? So that's going to be our variable. That's going to be our X or whatever letter you want to give it to. So he says that he worked half his normal hours. So X is going to be how many he works. So the first week he worked half of his normal hours. So X will be his normal hours. So this is the first week. Remember, X is the hours that we don't know. Okay. Now, it says at the bottom of the question, it says for a total of 35 hours, how many hours does he normally work? So we're going to add in the next week. It says 3 times his normal hours then the next week, which would be 3 times his normal hours. Okay, so that's the setup. Now, I'm not sure if you had trouble with the setup of the equation or if you had trouble doing the equation. And I don't want to give you the answer. I want you to at least figure that out, but I'll kind of help get you going from there. So this is how you'd set up your equation. I hope you understand that. X is what we don't know, and that's the total number of hours. This is week 1. This is the next week, and this is the total that he worked. Okay, so now to do the problem, what we want to do, obviously, is we want to get X by itself. So what we're going to do is, let's see, we need to add half and 3. So let's see how that's going to work out. I think that's what we do. Plus, and then this is going to be 3 over 1. But we got to have common denominators, remember? So our common denominator would be 2. So this one then would stay the same. So half plus, and then if we make this one 2 on the bottom, times 2 times 2, so then this would be 6. Okay? So remember, let's not forget our X's here. That looks like a Y. I didn't put that in there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so then this equation then would work to become this equation. So now we're going to combine like terms. Remember how we do that. Now both of these have X's, so we can combine those because they're like terms. So 6 and 1 then would be 7. And then bring over our 2. Of course, there's our X equals 35 hours. Okay. Now from there, you know what we're going to do. Now this is multiplication, so we have to divide both sides by 7 over 2. Now that cancels that out and leaves X by itself. So then we're left with this equation. I'm going to move it up here. Okay, so we're left with this equation, 35 divided by 7 over 2. Now I'm going to stop right there. I just want to make sure and remind you, this is 35 over 1, because remember when you take a whole number, you can turn it into a fraction, just put it over 1, okay? And then this is division, so you would change it to times the reciprocal, and then get your answer that way. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what the answer should be because I don't think this is a graded paper, so I'll tell you what the answer should be. Make sure that you get it. Your final answer will be 10 hours. Okay, so make sure you work it from there. Now, if you're still not understanding something, let me know. And again, I didn't know if it was the problem set up or if it was the problem itself. So anyway, if you need any more help, let me know.